good, Vibras family? What is up? It's your girl Brielle, and we are back with another episode. This is gonna be the closing episode to 2021. It's gonna be a chill, relaxed, I'm lounging, we vibing, a chill video, just kind of recapping the year. I'll be sharing with you guys some of the things that I've learned and the mindset I'm going into 2022, and just some encouraging for you guys as well to get into the right mindset for the new year. So let's dive in. So 2021, obviously it was a crazy year in many different ways. I'm pretty sure you guys can relate, despite the fact that, we're still in a pandemic. Just, I feel like this year was a trialing year. Like, the devil's been busy, and he's still busy. But, like, this year was crazy. I don't know, in so many different ways. A lot of people that I talk to, like my friends and people I've connected with, everyone kind of feels like the same vibe. 2021, you taught us a lot. I know me personally, this year the one of the biggest things I've learned was just to prioritize my physical and mental health. And it was something that I thought I had a grip on, but apparently I didn't. So this year was a very trialing year, but I have come out so strong from those experiences, like a stronger woman than I was when the year started. And I know it's cliche, the saying, everything you go through is for a reason. But it is very true, my people. Like, everything you go through in life is for a reason. Um, some things we bring upon ourselves and we don't need to, but either way, you're going to grow through what you go through. Through what you go through. Yeah, that was a tongue twister. you know, at least that's what I like to do. I have definitely been in certain situations that have definitely tried me. They were painful, it was hurtful, whatever the case was. But I always tried to grow through my situations. I never let anything defeat me. And this year definitely tested that. I was diagnosed with lupus in March. And honestly, more than the first half of 2021 was just really, really chaotic. My health was completely shot. I was in the hospital. I went to the ER 2 times. I was in severe pain for the majority of the year. And your girl pushed through, even though it hurt. And then finally, finding the issue, getting it resolved, had a couple setbacks. But, now, thank God, I am in a much better place. My lupus is well controlled right now. I'm going to do my best to keep it like that. But unfortunately, with lupus, you don't know what's going to happen. You can only do your best to keep those symptoms down and to just, take care of yourself. But lupus is one of those diseases that, I don't know, it's going to choose what it wants to do at whatever time. I, I really don't. I'm still navigating through this lupus life. But I thank God that I'm in such a better place right now, health wise. My lupus is stabilized. I'm able to function again and feel somewhat normal. So that's been awesome. um, but this year, your girl really learned so much about herself in so many different ways. From, me personally, just learning more about like my mindset, how to control my emotions better. Listening to how I feel. Trying to talk with myself and say, okay, why are you feeling this way? What's making you feel this way? What things do you need to eliminate from your life? What is no longer serving you? And so on and so forth. And I really took time to do that, and it was very painful. Some nights, there's been a lot of nights where I cried and I was so frustrated. When you have to be honest with yourself and really dig deep, it is hard. It is very challenging. It can be painful, and that's part of that process. And I always encourage people to really take the time to get to know themselves and like soul search. And it's not easy. Soul searching it can be very painful because you have to be honest with yourself and kind of like resurface things you might have, put under the surface. And, I think it's so important for us to really understand who we are as individuals. It's so easy for us to like identify who we are through like the opinions of others, but you have to take the time to sit down with yourself and to analyze and assess yourself, and then really dig deep and ask yourself why you do certain things. What things about you do you not like? What things you want to change? So you can actively be in tune with yourself and make these changes. And that's something I definitely did this year. And like I said, it was very challenging. but I'm happy that I pushed through those experiences because I feel like I know myself much better than I did in the beginning of the year. Sorry if you hear my chair squeaky too. It's a squeaky chair. um, I know so much more about myself than I did in the beginning of the year. And I'm still going to keep learning about myself. Like, I didn't figure myself out completely. Like, every day you're learning and growing and learning more about yourself and just anything in life. So it's a forever process, ongoing process. um, in addition to that, I also learned, and I'm still learning how to, work on my emotions. I'm a very emotional person. I'm an empath, and sometimes it can be very overwhelming. And it could be a lot. It could be a lot to just deal with at once. So I'm learning how to kind of find outlets to control my emotions. I have not perfected this. I'm still working on this, but I'm doing more writing, I'm doing more reading, I'm doing more just like disconnecting when I feel like high intense moments of emotion, whatever the emotion may be, to make sure I do things, rationally thinking about it before like impulsively doing something. So that's been something that I've been working on and have gotten better. Still working on it, but definitely gotten better. Um, Another thing that I really learned this year is just to prioritize like my peace, and that connects with the lupus as well. Lupus taught me how to really create a peaceful environment, and even if my environment isn't peaceful, how to create a peaceful like energy within myself. Because unfortunately, what happens around you, you can't really control depending on the situation. And I found myself in certain situations where I couldn't really control what was happening around me at the time, but I could control like my response to it and how much I was going to entertain of it and so on and so forth. And that was something that was challenging, but I really learned how to create a peaceful environment and how to remain peaceful with myself, because any little stressful thing could trigger my lupus flares, and I obviously did not want to end up in a flare again. So that was another thing that I've learned this year too. And like I said, all these things that I've learned, I'm still learning every day. Like, I have not perfected any of these things. Just putting that out there. But that was another thing that I learned. So it's been quite the journey. I've learned how to truly enjoy being alone. So I am an extrovert. I love going out. I love meeting people. I love doing things. And this year I wanted to learn how to enjoy being alone. Not that I don't like being alone. I'm not saying like completely isolate myself, but learning how to enjoy quality time with myself. So, on a Sunday, for example, like Sundays are my reset days. I love my Sundays. Granted, I'm flexible. Some days, like if I want to do stuff on the weekends, I'll like plan a certain day to get everything done so I can have a Sunday to just do whatever. But Sundays are my reset days. I love my Sundays. It's an opportunity for me to go grocery shopping, for me to clean, for me to, organize and just relax, read books. Like, I really, really love my Sundays. And that's something that I recently started doing, within the last few months, is like romanticizing my Sundays. I like to romanticize my life, which, that basically means like just enjoying every moment and like being excited for the little things, like, ooh, I get to drive my car today. Ooh, I get to clean my car. Ooh, I get to take care of myself and cook food, living life on those terms. And I've done that with my Sundays. That's like my reset days. So I look forward to my Sundays. I look forward to relax. Those are my reset days. And I take the time just to get myself ready for the week, but also to enjoy quality time with myself. Watch a good Netflix series or show or whatever. Read a couple good books, which I'm looking at my stack here. I have a bunch of books. And just take time for me, just go on Pinterest, relax, read, clean, any of those things, or go for walks, or go food shopping, or go to the store and get some, little decor stuff, like little things, or new candles. Like, I literally enjoy being alone now. And that was something that not that I struggled with, but I was like, I don't want to be alone. Like, I was a little scared to be alone, because then I'd be alone with my thoughts. And that's when I realized, okay, I had to address these issues with myself so I can enjoy being by myself and not like distract myself from like things I need to resolve. So, um, I learned how to do that, and I'm happy I overcame that, because that was something that like I think is so important as an adult, and even in your late teens, like any age really, just understanding the importance of, you know, being alone and valuing your alone time and actually utilizing that alone time to benefit you. Like, enjoy being alone, have your own life, like be independent. Don't rely on other things or people to bring you your happiness. Like find that within, find out what makes you happy. Enjoy that quality time. Have your own identity, because I think it's easy for us as individuals to, want to, socialize and avoid certain things, and we end up claiming identities that aren't really ours because we're afraid to be alone and really figure these things out about ourselves. So, know who you are, figure out what your identity is without anyone else influencing that. So that is definitely something that I did this year, and I love it. Like I do love my alone time. And like I said, don't get me wrong, cuz I'm a social butterfly and your girl likes to go out and meet people or hang out with my friends. Like, and I still do those things, but it's finding that balance. It's learning how to prioritize yourself, and that's self-love. That's another thing that I'm constantly working on, is loving myself more than just, oh, like I'm gonna put on a cute outfit, I'm gonna take a cute selfie, I love me. Like, no, loving yourself goes beyond that. And it goes in hand with like just learning how to be alone and enjoy that time. That's self-love, self-care, all of that comes, together. And that is something that I definitely, towards the end of the year, I mastered, and I'm really happy. Like I'm still working on it, but I'm so happy because there are tough days, and I'm not, like I said, do not get it twisted, because your girl has rough days. Like I told you, I'm very emotional. You know, there are days where I'm crying and I'm like, oh my gosh, why am I crying? But like I'm going through it, whatever it is, like I'm human. Like don't get it twisted, because even though I have learned how to like self love, and like I said, I'm still working on it, but just enjoy my company. Sometimes I do get lonely, and I'm just like, dang, like I'm in a bad mood. Like it's normal. But if it wasn't for my friends and my family as well, I have a few people that I can actually vent to. That helps too. I also, which ties into the next thing, this year I learned who's in my circle, really in my circle. Who can I really confide in? Who do I want to be around more? Who's a real friend? Who's an acquaintance? And, and so on. And that's important, finding out who is in your community, who's in your circle. These things are important, everyone in life, we all grow, we all change, we all, we're learning about ourselves. So some people you're going to drift away from, some people you'll get closer to. And at the end of the day, and I say this for everything, your happiness is important. Your peace of mind is important. And really assess your friendships or people you allow into your space, and ask if it's benefiting you. Ask yourself if it's benefiting you. Do they care about you? Do they love you? You know, are they all, following the same journey? Are they wanting to better themselves? Do they encourage you? All those things. And find those people and hold on tight to them. And those are the people you want in your life. Connect with family, family members. That's another thing I am working on still too. Like sometimes I get so busy and I forget to call people or text people or whatever the case is. And I'm learning that, like, obviously, all my family's back in New Jersey for the most part. So keeping that communication and just, realizing that like tomorrow's never promised. So really enjoy each day, love on your people, communicate with your people, have that strong community, be each other's rope holders. Life's too short to entertain nonsense, drama, and just like things that don't serve you. Like, we don't have time to waste. Don't waste your energy. Don't waste your time. That is another lesson that I learned. Don't waste your time or your energy. And again, I have not perfected these things. Sometimes I still deal with things that I'm like, Brielle, does that really deserve your time or energy? No. So preserve your energy, conserve your energy. Life is already stressful as it is. So try to make your life the least stressful it can be, because there is no point in creating stressful situations or anything in your life. Like, your happiness is in your control. Some days are going to be hard, but at the end of the day, you control where you put your energy, your happiness, and all of that. And a lot of it's mindset. At the end of the day, it's mindset. And like I said, it's not easy, but what helps me, reading my Bible, reading self-help books. Like, I love reading self-help books too. Journaling, writing, listening to podcasts. There are so many outlets out here where you can, just tune in and motivate yourself to create a peaceful environment. And I'm sorry, I got distracted because I'm like talking with my hands a lot. I'm sorry if that is distracting. That is definitely, I'm from the north cuz like but yeah, just create a peaceful environment for yourself. Like nothing is worth stressing over. Nothing. Make yourself a priority, please. And create these peaceful environments. Have these people in your circle that support and love you. And you're just gonna live life with like just I can't even explain. It's like a big weight off your shoulders when you don't put certain like energies into things that don't need the energy. Like you're gonna be like, wow, I'm vibing. I'm chilling. Like if this is gonna interrupt my peace, nope. If this is gonna disrupt my just wonderful Sunday, nope. If this person's trying to start with me and I ain't trying to start with them, bye. Like, you know what I mean? Like just you are entitled to how you feel and who you want in your environment and who you don't. And that involves people and things. It could be maybe bad habits. You know what I mean? Like it just you want think of your like sit down and ask yourself, who do I want to be in 2022? What are things that I wanted to do in 2021 that I did not do? What are my distractions? Make a list of those things. What's distracting me? What is not allowing me to execute this version of myself that I want to be. I have a list of goals I want to achieve. What am I doing to get to that point? So sit and think about those things and then really create that environment for yourself. I love the new year because obviously, your girl got her planner. We planning, okay. Um, I use it as a time to declutter like my phone, my all my devices, like just a fresh, clean start, delete stuff I don't need, delete apps, delete conversations that no longer serve me or whatever the case is, delete pictures, blah, blah, blah. Create a routine. Go into the new year with a routine in mind. You want to, what are your priorities? You want to, be into your fitness routine more. You want to read more books, whatever it is, like set those goals. You want to start a business, whatever it is, set those goals and then create a map. Type it up, create an outline or draw it. Okay, I want to do this, this, and that. How am I going to do those things? Be structured, be organized. Routines, I love routines. And I'm telling you right now, a routine will help you so much when it comes to executing those goals that you want to achieve. Do not underestimate the power of a routine. Do not, because it will provide not only structure, but it will have you so focused on the things that you need to get done. And routines feel good. Like when I have a routine, I feel so put together. I'm like, I'm getting up, eating, drinking my vitamins. I'm eating my food. I'm drinking my water. I'm gonna go shower. I'm gonna read about whatever the routine is. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna cook. Like, I don't know. For me, it helps me. It's like a checklist, but it's exciting because like I'm getting things done that I want to get done. Schedule Google Calendar. Your girl loves Google Calendar. Highlight the tabs, make them different colors, plan out your days, get a planner. Um, whatever it is that works for you, do those things. Get yourself together. Start the new year or start now to then go into the new year already like vibing. Now, I'm recording this on a Sunday. It's the 26th. I'm not sure when this will come out. Well, it's coming out before the new year, but I don't know how close to the new year. So, either way, start now on your goals. We're a week away from 2022. And I don't know, I just feel like 2022 is going to be an amazing year. I have fun things coming up, exciting things coming up in my life that in time I will be sharing. But I'm excited because I don't know, I just feel like, this year God definitely he's always working with me, but he definitely this year was working on, I could see like certain areas of my life that I needed a lot of work on in order for me to go to the next level of my life into 2022. Like I said, it was challenging, it was hard, and I'm still working on being the best version of myself every day, but I feel like now I have a clearer vision. Um, and like I said, all glory to God because this year was definitely one of the toughest years in my life, but also this is the strongest I've ever been in my life. Um, And I'm grateful for that because I know without the experiences I went through, I wouldn't be where I am today. So that's the beauty of, your trials. It's tough during, but something good is always going to come out of it. So I want to encourage you guys, as we enter the new year and, we're going to leave the things in 2021 in 2021. Leave the things in the past. This is a year, and I know it's like cliche, new year, new me, but for real, like, let's actually make it a point to have this new year bring out a new version of us. I know myself, like, it's so easy to get stuck in habits and like not break. I'm like, it's like, oh, I'm used to it, it's comfortable, so I'm gonna just keep. No more of that. Like, let's enter this new year really, really trying to execute the goals we want to achieve, the versions of ourselves that we want to be. Like, I'm so excited to just embark on this new journey in my life. I'm living alone now. I'm starting my fitness, health, nutrition, mental health, yoga program with the lupus outdoor adventure come January. It's a 6-month program. I'm going to be focusing on just being the best version of myself in all aspects, healthy and all of that stuff. And I'm so excited because it's going to be a challenge, and I love challenges. And this is going to challenge, myself. And this is going to really, it's going to be tough, but I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing because I know after those 6 months, I'm going to feel awesome. Like, I'm going to be stronger than I was starting 2022. And I want to read more. I want to, hopefully travel more. I want to, just embrace every day and really continue to learn how to love myself and, create my boundaries with myself and others, and just really tune in to who God wants me to be. Be that woman, and not every day is easy. Some days are really hard, and that's the journey of life. It's not going to be easy. And I want to encourage you guys as well. One of my biggest words, resilience, and I have a bracelet that my friend gave me. It says resilience, and it's super cute. And that's my word, because you know what? Life is never going to be easy. Challenges are always going to be thrown your way. But maintain that resilience. Push through. Stand up and continue to walk forward no matter what obstacles are thrown your way. Stand up and fight. Push through. Everything is temporary. Anything negative is temporary. Nothing is permanent. And don't get stuck. Don't feel like you're stuck. Keep pushing through. It's on you. Like, keep pushing through. You will get through anything that you're going through. Like I said, some days are going to be hard. That's why you need your community. Find your rope holders. Find your people. Hey, I'm struggling. I need help. I need prayers. And I can be that outlet for you guys as well too. You have my social media, my personal Instagram, good Vibras. Reach out to me. Like, I want to help as many people as I can. That's another goal of mine for 2022, getting good vibras, to get out there more and creating more content and connecting with you guys and having, people come on my podcast, which is already in the works. I want to be able to connect with people. I want good vibras. I want the messages to get out there for everyone because, like I always say, I want good vibras to be that little beacon of light out here. It's tough. It's tough out here. So I want us, I want to build a community, a solid community where we could be there for one another and just encourage each other and help each other just get through life, be each other's rope holders. So if you ever need someone too, feel free to hit me up on Instagram. I always, look at my DMs. Sometimes I know I have some DMs I have to go through. Obviously, life is crazy. I get busy, but I do try my best to respond to everyone. Let's connect. You need someone to talk to? I'm here for you. We go through this. We will go through this together. This is 2022 is going to be a year of just empowering one another, being the best version of ourselves, and actually really learning how to value ourselves and just be the best version of ourselves, really and truly. Like, that's what we gonna do here. Okay, we are doing this. We are doing the damn thing. All right. So that is basically all I have for you guys. Like I said, just a chill video. I just wanted to wrap up the year with just some some of my experiences that I shared and what I went through briefly, just a quick recap of this year, because if I actually gave a full in-depth, we'd be here for like 5 hours, and I don't think anyone wants to listen to a 5-hour podcast. But and I've shared in my other episodes things I've gone through throughout the year. And just basically, it was a year of just tapping into another version of Brie, another version of Brielle, who she wants to be, where she's going to go. And a year of just a bunch of realizations and also just excitement. I'm ready to dive into 2022 with just good vibras and just a whole vision. Type up your vision. Get your vision out there. Get your mission, plan on paper or somewhere. See it every day. Remind yourself, hey, this is who I'm going to be in 2022. This is what we're doing. So that is all that I have for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Good Vibras. And I know this year, I started the podcast in March. And obviously with my health issues and everything, it's been a little all over the place. And then I wanted to do a YouTube, and then I, was delayed a little bit with that. So thank you guys for the love and support, because I know it hasn't been like consistent content, but that's what I'm working on. I want to be more consistent with Good Vibras and just see this platform grow. So yeah, this is today's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, connect with me if you want to connect with me on my socials. All my socials will be here or in the description box. But yeah, let's enter 2022 with them good vibras, okay? And just believe in yourself. You can do anything that you want to do. You really can. And do not underestimate the power that you have. You got this, boo. You got this. So thank you guys again, and I will see you guys in 2022. Bye.